Parents getting older can lead to difficult conversations. Sometimes those conversations can be around things you might not expect, items and objects accumulated throughout a lifetime, some with sentimental value and some not so much. The CBC's Dale Boyd joined up with the Sherrill family in Vernon to learn about the early steps you can take to make the golden years a little easier.
My collection over the last 50 years, like these things, trucks and there's cars and just about every one of those things. And I'm just getting overwhelmed. So I got to downsize. I've sold the property and I'm going to have to get rid of some stuff.
That's Jerry Sherrill. I joined him as he was sorting through a collection of cars, trucks, and much more on his property in the industrial area of Vernon, where his shop sits. It's a sunny and warm spring day, and his grandkids are chipping in to help organize things. Anyone with a mechanic in the family can picture it. Sea cans, or large shipping containers, dot the property, some containing classic cars, tools, parts, and all sorts of surprises.
I got the car I graduated in there. It's in that car. I graduated in 1967.
What kind of car?
It's a Model A.
Yeah.
It's in there, and I got married in that car. It's in that can.
Paring down possessions is a reality of getting older. We spend our lives building things up. But now, for Jerry, it's time to take stock of what he needs and downsize. It's a big job, but Jerry's in luck. His daughter Jessie has recently started an estate sale business, helping families deal with exactly this type of situation. When the time comes, what do you do with all your stuff?
Yeah, so this is what we got to work with. So there's 10 sea cans. Hi, my name is Jessie Sherrill. I am with Birdies Estate Services in Kelowna. Yep. So my parents, they're still with me. It's not all up to me, the daughter, or my sister, right? Because they're still very sentient, and I'm so glad that they're helping organize this, because if they were to pass away, okay, whose job is it now? Is it mine? My sisters were both working full time. Who's going to take care of it? And what is in here? And where's it going to go? And I didn't know that there's an entire Buick taken apart in that sea can. I would have been I wouldn't even know where to start. Even if you don't have this much, it is a lot of work for anyone who's working.
And you started this about a year ago, you said?
Yeah, not even a year.
So what was kind of the impetus of getting involved in estate planning?
Well, I didn't know anything about running an estate sale company.
Yeah.
But my whole life was swap meets, antique stores, yard sales, garage sales. I grew up in that environment.
So what have you kind of learned with your clients through your experience in the past year?
Well, what I've really learned is it's a very emotional time for the parents and for the kids. And you have to be almost surgical with your care, because there's a lot of emotions. Your parents have collected these items over the course of their life. It's actually part of their identity in a way. Can you imagine your favorite jacket is now someone's oh, let's just get rid of that old thing. It's people have attachments to things, but at the same time they're moving to a different place where they can't keep as much stuff that they had before. So it's just being gentle and helping them rehome their items that they no longer really need that much. And it can be quite emotional, and I find that I'm often able to be that bridge. And I can understand, because I've got my own parents, and my parents are probably the biggest collectors I've ever met.
You're doing it for your dad, and what's that like for you? You've got this kind of year of doing it for other people. What's that like to kind of approach it now with some experience and with a bit more knowledge of what goes into it, I would imagine.
Other people are easier than my dad.
And why is that?
Well, they tend to not question my every move.
Yeah, and so what are those discussions kind of like right now, on this property?
Well, we actually had a bit of practice. About a month ago, he has a place in Palm Springs. So I went down there for a month, and we reorganized his garage. And he was very hesitant at first. He's like, don't touch my stuff, don't move this. I'm like, Dad, just trust me. I'm going to make this easy for you. Because he had his tools all over the place because he's working on all these projects. So I organized his shop in a way that didn't feel invasive and that he couldn't actually use the things. So after we went through that little mini rehearsal, now, like right now I'm doing this sea can with the tools in it. He's like, yep, you're doing good. Just keep going, because he gets my process now. So he does trust me a lot more now than he did a month ago.
What are your kind of tips for people when they have time, when they're, like myself, I can talk to my parents right now, lucid, everything's great, happy, healthy, active. So like, what can I do now to kind of avoid any of the pitfalls that you may have seen?
I would, if you can, once a week or once a month, just say, hey, can we go through some of these boxes? Can you just tell me some stories? And you're bonding at the same time as you're getting information, and you can have like a little notepad or maybe even notes on your phone. But I love like Sharpies, and I label stuff like with tape. This is important though. You have to be careful, because even painter's tape, if you stick it on a valuable, and you leave it there for over a week or two, it can actually take the paint right off of it. So just be careful how you tape things, but labeling stuff is really important. Put it in a box and label it. I would ask as many questions as you can right now, and it's part of your journey of life, like getting to know the stories behind the stuff. Maybe they're willing or ready to get rid of some things right now, and then you could take away a load to donations once a week. Jerry
and Jesse have their work cut out for them, and as always, family discussions can be difficult. But Jesse says the earlier you get started, the better.
They all need to be worked on, but they've always been in undercover, eh?
Oh yeah.
Like if you leave them outside, you might as well throw them away.
Are they all for sale?
I don't know.
Yeah, see, this is the thing.
Trying to get me all to do everything.
No, I don't want him to do everything at once. But what I'm trying to do is just get information in pieces as I think he can handle it, because it's hard, it's a lot, it's overwhelming. So I'm trying to focus on one thing at a time, but it is difficult, it is challenging. Whose idea was it to start this company, Dad?
Yours.
No, it was my dad's idea.
Really?
And the funny thing is he didn't think he was going to be needing my services. So he roped me into doing this.
For CBC Radio, I'm Dale Boyd in Vernon.